here's some amazing eggplant appetizers with a stuffing. It includes almonds and pomegranate seeds and some spices and something else. Really delicious. And some more of these dumplings, this time with potatoes inside. And I'm waiting on some sausages. Excellent. Thank you. And there we go. That is the pork sausages. Right on, right on, right on. Loving the Georgian food. And so this is a spinach dish here. And bread and quail. I don't even know how I'm gonna eat it. First time having quail. A really delicious Georgian beer here, and a beef steak with fries, and a bean soup. With some sort of bread thing that comes with it. River. Across the river here is the happening downtown area. It is November, so getting chilly. And so I'm just going to walk through the area over here with lots of restaurants and shops and things, and give a little taste of Tbilisi at night. I've only been here for a few days. This is the Peace Bridge. Tbilisi is really a mix of the old style Georgian architecture and these more modern buildings. A big tower on top of the hill there, and the old castle up there. And I guess this is a casino, Shangri-La Jackpot. And then right up ahead, there's a nice little lane lined with restaurants. I walked down that in a previous video, but walk through that again and then keep going and show more of the city. And so this is a nice, really kind of cozy scene here. Hello, thanks. Maybe I come back.
We have live piano, second floor.
Oh, okay. At what time?
8 o'clock.
At 8 o'clock. Sounds great.
Best food, best wine.
Yeah? Cool. Sounds perfect.
Best wine.
Okay. I'll definitely keep that in mind. I'm getting hungry right now, so find a place pretty soon. I ate right here at this restaurant twice. Really good. Although I have to admit, I had quail the first night there and can't say I'm a big fan of the quail. It's kind of like small little chickens that are a lot of work to get through, and you don't get much out of it. But my first time trying it, First time for everything. Some huge statue up there. It looks like a king with the crown. There's a cable car there. You can see it going along, and that gets you up to the top of the hill. Then maybe you can walk over and see that statue. So maybe I'll do that sometime during the day. And lots more restaurants along here. It definitely seems like Tbilisi is a up-and-coming destination. Welcome to Georgia, the musical. Vino Mania, and so you can see the English letters there, and then the Georgian language right there that is totally different. A very unique and very old language. And again, the castle there. Some nice looking suites there. Georgia is famous for its wines. I think they actually claim that wine was invented here originally. And I need to do some shopping and get some warmer clothes. Got some hats here. Ooh, that looks pretty nice and warm. And so I'm looking for the area with the hot springs. There are bathhouses here. I went to one and I'm turned around. I don't know where I am exactly. So I guess just wander this way and see what's around the corner here. I think this is it here. Yes, number 5 bath. I showed a little clip in a previous video in which I just come out of there, and I will show the baths and talk about them more in another video in the daytime when I'll actually go visit it. I couldn't film inside the number 5 bath there because it's a public shared bathhouse room. Really interesting, very quintessential Georgian bathhouse experience of all men in there naked, a like showering area, and then a hot pool, and then a sauna. But it smelled really, really bad in there. Something with the water. It wasn't a sulfur smell, it was something different, something unique to this water. But it was super cheap. It was 3 lari, which is just $1, and you go in there and just stay as long as you want. And then there are other ones that are nicer and more expensive. That is the public bath, and the other ones are private, I guess. And you might pay like 40 lari, which is $12, $13 for a private room for an hour, or more than that. That is like the base price. What is it?
Georgia.
Oh, tours.
Excursion.
Okay, thank you. I do want to do some tours, or at least one day tour while I'm here. And so here's another royal bath. And it's kind of hard to see because it's dark, but these cool looking old structures with domes on the top. And then this right here looks Roman almost. I mean, maybe it is Roman construction. These arches in the side of the wall there. Really cool looking. And there's another one up there with a really amazing facade. And so I found a hat. I got a hat and a nice pair of like leather gloves for $25 for the both of them. And I'm now trying to find a cafe where I'm going to meet up with Dane. Dane was in my first video from Tbilisi, who I met at the hostel. He is from California, and he's planning to stay here long term in Tbilisi. He's actually looking for an apartment, and he's going to a language group this evening about learning Georgian, the local language. So I'm going to find him and check that out and get some dinner there as well. Up ahead here is Freedom Square. There's something going on up ahead. It's pretty loud. I think some dancing. Wow. All right. I love these classic old buses, very Soviet era looking. And so up ahead on the right should be the Opera House, and the place that I'm meeting Dane is called the Tea House, right near the Opera House. So that might be the Opera House right there, unless that's it there. Crossing these streets can be really difficult, so there are these underground tunnels. And so that must be the Opera House, and the directions were that it's down the street to the left. There's a little cafe up here. Let's see if this is it. It says Budweiser. I'm looking for a tea house. There we go, tea house. All right, I'm not sure I'm going to film in here. We'll see. So what is that machine? Do you know what it is?
You have to punch the thing, and you see how hard you can punch it, like how much force
Oh,
you can
okay.
give it.
Boxer.
But it doesn't look
It's
like
called-
working right now because the thing is supposed to come down.
Oh, I see. It's just stealing money, huh?
Looks like it.
So this is Steve here,
Hey.
and he was at the English Georgian language group.
Georgian Exchange Club, yeah.
Yeah. And we're just walking back. I guess your place is kind of near my place, it sounds like, more or less. And you've been here 4 months?
Yeah, about that.
Yep. Because it's a nice place to...
I really like it here.
Cool. And then, so we have some like old...
Yeah, so this it goes around for a bit, and if you follow this road, you can see more of it. But it's the old wall that used to surround Tbilisi.
And so could that be like from 500 AD-ish, or maybe not that old?
Yeah,
huh?
probably.
Maybe, yeah.
I would imagine it was built right around the time they founded the city in 500.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Because they still had a problem with roving armies and stuff.
Yeah, well, they're right in the middle between Europe and the Middle East and Russia
and the Silk Road came through here. And
yeah,
very east meets west.
Yeah.
Some of the buildings have a very Eastern look to them. And some of them, if you go to certain parts of town, you can find like old Soviet buildings.
Yeah, I've noticed some that look like Soviet era. The very kind of plain, stark box steel buildings, but then you have the Arab influence and the Byzantine, I guess.
This is actually a really good view of this church.
Yeah, it is.
That is the largest church in, well, a ways.
Okay.
It might be the largest in the country, I'm not sure.
Okay.
And here you can see like it's a very traditional Georgian style of architecture.
Okay. Yeah, it's cool with all the deck, or not quite sure if it's sort of a deck and a balcony at the same time or something.
And then with vines growing on it and stuff. It's really
it's like a pub, basically.
This one is,
Yeah.
But then some of these other buildings are hostels and.
Okay.
Is depicting a pagan festival that they celebrate here
cool.
in Georgia. Well, at least the origins are pagan. Because Georgia is a Christian country, they don't associate the paganism with it at all. But I guess it's like people will put animal skins on and put like animal masks on, and
so it's a pre-Christian tradition, and so they're kind of trying to honor that or bring it back a little bit or something.
Well, it's continuing, even though if you ask Georgians if they have any pagan traditions, they'll be like, no, they're all Christian. Georgia's a Christian country.
But it's a pagan tradition that got enveloped into their version of Christianity, kind of. Yeah.
It's kind of like the Christian church invented Christmas.
And Easter is on a pagan.
To take away from the pagan winter festival.
Yeah. Rather than fighting them and separating them from their traditions, they just gobbled them up and said, okay, now you're doing a Christian ceremony.
Yep. This is the bridge.
Okay, this is the graffiti bridge.
Yes.
And we got some nice music too.
Everywhere. Yeah. There isn't always music here.
Okay.
There's some really nice graffiti in here.
Yeah.
I really like how it's not discouraged at all, so people will actually put nice graffiti on the walls here.
Yeah.
There's some shit graffiti too, but
yeah. Yeah, there are certain cities that kind of are doing that, like Bogota, Colombia. Then it became kind of an official city policy, I guess, of like, basically, if you make good street art, then we'll keep it up. Something like that. And so they have really spectacular.
These are new. These big displays used to not be here. It was all graffiti.
Okay. Yeah, you can see the graffiti behind it.
Yeah.
It must be some art display.
I don't think I like that, actually.
Yeah, the graffiti was actually better.
Yeah. I think that's the Parliament building. I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
And then you can see the Peace Bridge here.
Yeah, that's what I walked across earlier. And then the castle.
Yep, the castle beyond it. Did you go to the botanical gardens?
I didn't yet. No, haven't even
They're
heard
really
about those.
close to the castle.
Oh, okay.
If you're walking up the hill, like right before you go into the castle, you can veer off to the left and go to the botanical gardens.
Okay.
But yeah, at the metro station, it's 2 body for a card.
Okay,
And then you,
nice and
add
cheap.
money onto it.
All right.
For that cable car, it's 2.5 body per trip. So,
I see. I love the song Alice in Chains.
This is just on the other side of the river, but we're gonna go under that super busy road.
I see. Wow, yeah, it's just all over in here.
Yeah.
Did you see he had a Nirvana t-shirt on?
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, he's obviously a big grunge fan. So there's that church that Steve was talking about, which it turns out is very close to my room, which is this building over here. I will show my room in an upcoming video about how expensive is Georgia, but that's going to do it for this video. Stay tuned, lots more coming from Tbilisi and Georgia. See ya.